Welcome to Yoga with Cynthia. I'm Cynthia Bialik, and both the host and the producer for this program. Irene Faithful is here faithfully with me for most of the programs here. And we've run programs for golfers, we've run programs for the athlete, we've run programs for cyclists. Today's program is going to be mat work, very slow, gentle mat work, primarily to find the release in the body. Okay, so if you have bad wrists, bad hips, bad knees, we will be on the knees a little bit, but we have a cushion that we're using today. And if you have a cushion that you can grab off your sofa or a chair, that's probably going to be the most comfortable for you. So when you are kneeling or seated, you'll be more comfortable. But we're going to try to move the joints in all the directions they can move in, trying to get more movement around the joint and more overall flexibility. But we're going to gain it also by tightening the opposing muscle. So when we tighten the agonist, we get the release response from the antagonist. And that's what we're going to be doing today. And I'll be walking you through that. So we're starting with a simple warm-up. We're just going to rock back and forth, lifting one hip and then the other. So if you have any issues with tightness in your low back, maybe your room is a little cold and you really don't want to stretch too much being cold, I'm going to warm you up a little bit. So let's take that right arm forward and we're going to sweep the left arm back. So open and then bring that left arm back to the right. And then take the right arm up and reach back and bring the right arm back to the left. So that's what we're going to do. Reach up, reach back, reach up and forward. Reach up and back, up and forward. Just a simple twist, but we're reaching up to traction the spine before we twist because that's what we need to do to get more momentum. We need to traction upward before we actually twist the spine. So now, we have straps also, and if you don't have a yoga strap, you can use a towel. If you have old ties, an old man's tie would work too. We're going to go ahead and hook the bottom of our feet. And this way, we can see how much range that we have naturally. I want you to roll the ends of the strap up or get close to the towel and see where you feel comfortable just pulling forward. Try to keep your back as straight as possible. Now, I want you to tighten those quads. Tighten them up. Really tighten the quads and push your heels forward and see if you come a little further down. By tightening the quads, it elicits the flexibility response. Your quads are the agonist, your hamstrings and your calves are the antagonist, and it helps you to get down a little lower. So let's come back up. And now, take a deep breath in, and we're going to do that forward fold, sliding the hands down the mat. So just come as far forward as you feel comfortable. And then we're going to remain there and breathe deeply in and out through the nose, tightening those quads. And then we're going to come back up. And we're going to slide our right heel up all the way back to the cushion. And now hold on to that right knee and try to bring the head down into your knee. Just tucking your chin to the chest, rounding out the back. And now, let's raise the left arm in the air. We want to traction the spine and then twist. Look back over the right shoulder, gently pressing that left elbow against the outside of your right knee, twisting all the way around to that side. And then drop your right leg down and bring your left leg across. Now we're going to take our left arm behind the right shoulder Those of you that have difficulty with that, let's move that left arm around in a circle. Then bend the elbow and swing the arm back. If you choose, you can grab your left hand with your right hand and assist the arm up. You can also take your strap or your towel and dangle one end behind your back and reach back with the other hand and pull with your right hand, lifting your left arm up higher. If you get it high enough, you'll be able to reach back and grab and lock those hands, just like we locked our hands before. Let's pull those hands in and stretch those lats, stretch the shoulders, and just deepen in breaths. So this pose is called cow face. And in cow face pose, it's an asymmetrical pose. We're stretching the right and left side of the body differently. So we're going to have to perform the same pose on the other side. But before we exit this pose completely, I want you just to lean forward and see how much flexibility you have. Some of you may be able to drop the right elbow onto your left knee. Then come back up, and we're going to exit the pose first by releasing the hands and then just shrugging the shoulders if you've got some tension in the shoulders there, and we're going to take it to the other side. So let's take our left heel under our right hip, and we're just going to take our right leg over our left knee. Roll the right arm around just a bit, and then we're going to bend that right elbow and take your right arm behind your left shoulder. If you're not sure how we're doing with that, go ahead and move that hand around a little bit. You can take that strap back and grab it. Do whatever you feel comfortable with. Pull up with your left elbow as you gently pull down with your right. And notice the difference of both sides. Some of you may have had a shoulder injury at one point and you cannot touch on one side, but you can on the other side. Or maybe you're a tennis player, or you play softball, and you're just working your body differently on a regular basis, especially swinging, even golf, can cause a lot of asymmetry with the upper body, and you may not be able to wrap your hands this way on both sides equally. So before we exit the pose, again, we're going to try to lean forward and bring the left elbow down to the right knee. And let's come back up and exit the pose and relax those shoulders. So we're going to bring those legs back to front, and I want you to separate your feet so they're at the front corners of your mat, and we're going to move the balls of your feet in big circles here. And then move them like windshield wipers in and out. So it's inward rotation and outward rotation. And now we're going to cross the ankles, and we're going to come up on our knees. So as we come off the mat, you're going to go ahead and bring it forward and put your knees on that cushion. You're going to be a lot more comfortable. So you're going to hang your feet off the back end of the cushion, and we're going to come into what we call child's pose. So just let your head drop off the front of the cushion, let your tailbone drop into your heels, and just stretch out the back. Now we're going to come up on the knees, and that was flexion. Now we're going to try lateral flexion. And if you choose, you can take your strap and just loop it around that left foot, okay? And if you do that, you can take that strap and hold on to that strap, okay? take your right arm in the air and just lean over towards your left foot. You can pull down a little closer to the left foot if you choose. If you feel that you have more range, you can release the strap and fall back into the heel. You can turn it into a backward bend and lean back all together. And let's come back up and take that strap to the other side. Strap the right foot. Hold on to the strap with your right hand. Reach up with your left arm and first start with a lateral stretch. Looking over the right shoulder. Lift the rib cage. And when you feel you're able to, start to reach back with the left arm. Lifting the chest as high as you can, open that left hand, leading through the crown of your head if you're in extension. And come back to center. Now, if your low back is bothering you at all, we're going to make sure we do a little bit of flexion to release that back. So bring those hands down, round out the back in cat, and then sit back in child's. And now we're going to scoot the cushion back to the middle of your mat. You're going to bend your right knee. And you're going to extend your left leg out. And now we're going to work on a pose called Parivrtta Janu Sirsasana. But before we do, we're going to do Janu Sirsasana, which is really head coming straight down to the knee. So you're going to pull your chest forward, and if you cannot reach all the way down towards your foot, you can use your strap to get there. Or you can wrap your hands around your foot and just bring the head to your knee. Do whatever you choose. And now you can prepare. If you did use the strap and you don't have that much range, you will want to take the strap around your left leg and keep that strap right there. Because we're going to take our left arm up in the air and reach across for your right knee. Then you're going to rotate the spine by pulling the right shoulder back. Look up in the air first. And then bring your right arm up and reach over towards your left foot. Or grab a hold of that strap and pull back on the strap. So you do what you feel comfortable with, just stretching all the way over to that side. And we call that Parivrtta Janu Sirsasana. Making sure you have a good grip on the knee. Right arm is stretched all the way up to get as much traction through the spine as possible, and falling over to that leg. Well, let's come back to center. And now we're going to do a bind. So we're going to slide our left knee up so the heel is right up to the cushion. And we're going to take our left arm out and bend the elbow and wrap around. So just like we did cow face pose, if you can't get the arm all the way around, you can use your strap. So you want to keep that left hand facing up, bend the elbow, wrap your hands around so you look like this. You can use the strap to do it. Open the chest as much as you can. As you come around, we have a pose called compass pose. And if you choose to try compass pose, We're going to go ahead and we're going to sit forward on the seat cushion. Put your left hand down, okay, on the floor. So you're going to bring that left leg up into your armpit. Take your left arm down and onto your left leg. Place it on the mat. Lift your left leg in the air. Rotate the spine and look underneath that right shoulder. Pull out with your heel. Look up in the air. Stay there. Deepen your breaths. This is a great lat stretch. Now start to bring that left leg in, and we're going to do a modified half lotus. Just bring your left foot out in front of the right. Slide your right leg up on the cushion and the left leg down on the floor. And then we're going to bring those hands down, bring your elbows to the mat, and stretch those hips. And we're going to do the same sequence on the other side, starting with the Parvita Janusirsasana. So we're going to do Sirsasana first. Just take that left leg in, take the arms up in the air, reach forward towards your right foot, falling into that right leg as close as you can. Again, if you need to use that strap, go ahead. Holding there. Deepen your breaths. And now you're going to slowly come up and raise your right arm high in the air. Reach over and grab your left knee. And at this time, you want to roll back into your left shoulder. Then take your left arm up. And if you want to use that strap, you can hook the strap, keeping that left arm in the air, and look up here. And as we exit the pose, we're going to come back into center. Slowly come back. And we're going to slide our right heel up to that left ankle. And we're going to try to do a bind. So we're going to take that right arm straight out in front. And we're going to try to reach around that right leg. So pull back. And if you're using the strap, you can grab that strap between those hands, or just open the chest to the left, keeping those hands locked behind your right hip. So now we're really opening the chest. So you want to use the strengthening of the rhomboids, pulling the shoulder blades together, because that helps to stretch the chest. Once you get more open in the chest, your shoulder blades will pull closer together, and then your hands will come closer together. So that's how we want to get deeper into the pose. And then, moving on, we're going to take that body forward slightly so we can get our hand to be down on the mat. You're going to grab that right leg with your left hand. You're going to put your right hand on the mat and pull back. And if you're using the strap, you can use that strap around your right foot for compass pose, looking up underneath that left shoulder. Hold there. Deepen your breaths. And then lastly, we're going to come down, dropping that right foot on the ground, taking your left leg up on the mat, and folding forward over your right leg now. modified half lotus. Come back up and bring those legs out in front once again. Slide off your mat. Now, we're going to come down into the floor. So I want you to very slowly ease down into the floor. If you have issues with your neck, if you have issues with a curvature in your spine, and you'd better be served by leaning back onto the cushion and putting your head there. I'll demonstrate like this, keeping the cushion just above your waistline so you can rest this way. Please do that, because we're going to do what we call a supine pigeon, where we take one leg over the other, and if your head's all the way down and you're feeling uncomfortable, I prefer that you use that cushion, all right? Otherwise, you're going to come down on the floor, and you're going to bring your left leg over your right, and you're going to start to lift that right heel and push the knee against the outside of your left and wrap your hands around that right leg. Now, if that's impossible for you to do because you can't lift up too well, or maybe your wrists or your hands, yes, you can strap your right leg, and you can double strap it if you feel that that would be more comfortable, and bring that leg towards you here. Just pull back gently and continue to breathe as we stretch the left hip in the supine pigeon. Just gently pull back. Feel the abductors, so your outer thigh and your left hip is stretching. As we stretch those abductors, we're strengthening the inner thighs, pulling in towards the midline of the body to enable the outer thigh to stretch. Now let's uncross those legs. Try the other side now. Right over left, lifting the knee. You can grab that left leg or use your strap. Take it around and pull back as much as you feel you're able to. Two more deep breaths. Now on the last exhale, slowly come down. And I want you to stretch your legs all the way down the mat. And before we get too comfortable, I want to take this moment to thank you so much for watching Yoga with Cynthia. And please continue with us as we move into corpse pose, our final pose, the relaxation phase of your workout. Namaste. Until next time. We're going to take those legs out to the outside edges of your mat, and I want you to shake the legs around so that you feel the legs are loose, and then just drop the legs. Make sure that you have no tightness in your muscles when you drop those legs. Take the arms out to your side and let your fingers be comfortable curling inward to the palms. Keep your mouth closed and breathe deeply in and out through the nose. Quiet your mind, quiet your face. Just relax.